everybody. This is Aya of the Dawn, and you are watching my channel on YouTube. And I appreciate all of the subscriptions and comments and love and interaction. You know, I love a good gab. I am a girl's girl, chatty, chatty, catty. So I want to get into why we are fighting with our divine masculine. We are fighting right now. I can feel it. People are walking out. People are slamming doors. People are hanging up the phone on people. I know because I am one of them. People are getting blocked. People are getting blocked. Like, but still, you still come back. But let's see what all the fighting is about. Okay. Yesterday, I pulled the cards for the divine masculine, and I love you guys, and I love you for joining us and waking up and joining the crusade to heal all the chakras, the whole world. Even we start with ourselves and then it goes out, right? And so with the divine feminine, we healed ourselves. We started healing ourselves, and we gave a lot to the divine masculine. You know, that was our training ground for how to help others heal, because now a lot of us are spiritual leaders and spiritual healers in our communities, right? Okay, and now he's back, and sometimes, and it looks like he might be back on that same bullish, you know, like not exactly the same, but it might be a little bit more of the same, because he's still the same person. He has a lot to heal, and he really doesn't understand your emotions, and you're really going to have to slow down and teach him and get patience, because this is the next stage. In order to heal the world, you have to have unconditional love and unconditional forgiveness. In order for you to be a whole healer, you can't be rattled by the stuff that even your divine masculine is doing to piss you off right now. You're going to have to hold space. And so this is more of a training. The first round was a training ground. Did you know that? Do you realize that now? But let's look at why we're fighting and getting rattled. Like, what's the lesson? Because you want to stay focused on the mission, on the lesson, and how we're created is so amazing, because what keeps us in love, per se, you know, even though he's not perfect, because this is all about, we want perfection, right? This is the place that we're coming from. But unconditional love doesn't call for perfectionism. It calls for honesty. App just popped up. Honesty, sincerity, truth. I'm just gonna be real. Yesterday, my divine masculine called me, and I felt like he was trolling me. He called me and he told me that he wanted to be honest, and because I'm not around him, he would like to date other people. And he actually mentioned another girl's name, and on the inside, on the outside, I said nothing, but on the inside, I was steaming, and I was just kind of like, good day, biddings, farewell. You can go off and you can go do that. Now, part of being in your divine feminine, I hope it's not going to rain on my head. It feels so good out here, though. I will not be moved. Okay. Part of being in your power is the divine feminine is for you to have boundaries. You're not, you know, just because you're in this mission partnership with this person doesn't mean you have to be ran over by them like a freight train and be in a puddle. And this is something that I'm learning. Stand up in your pussy. Stand up in your pussy. This is how the world is going to change. The world is going to change because you won't have it any other way. And what you're being purged of in this relationship is the domineering, selfish, ivory tower mentality. You know, let me pull some cards. I'm preaching. Let me pull some cards. Why are we fighting? All right. So the first card I'm going to pull: why are we fighting with the divine masculine? And I can't pull them out here because they're going to get blown away. So I'm going to have to turn around and do it like that. Ooh, they said it's done being shuffled. Why are we fighting? All right. Now I keep pulling this card. Let's let's slow down and get into it. I keep pulling this card for the divine feminine's feelings. And I asked, why are we fighting each other? Why are we fighting with the divine masculine right now? And the 6 of Wands came up. So let me tune into it so I can not rush the message. Give me 1 second. We don't feel good about ourselves, in our place in the world, in society. Both parties want to be looked at with respect and honor, and we don't really receive much of that. Like, we get looked at as the like beatniks, like off society, off brand, you know, nerdy, artsy, anything that is not like conservative. And apparently this is causing us to fight one another, and I can agree with that. That hurts, to not be accepted and to want to fit in. Like, our need to fit in society is causing us to fight. Let's delve into that. That's interesting as hell. And my divine feminine, my divine masculine is a Virgo, so he would love to have this conversation. Like, he would eat this conversation up. It is raining. Okay. I have to move. Okay. I had to move. It's rainy. It's a beautiful, gorgeous rain though. This full moon in Virgo. I'm loving it. My ascendant's in Virgo, so I'm feeling kind of like good and serene or whatever. I don't know what it is. A calmness is over me. But yes, we we're fighting each other because we are hurt that we don't fit in society. And let's look at all of the fights that we're having. Let's look at the conversations and the type of fights you've been getting into. The underlying issue, that the things that you may want your divine feminine to change, and the things you may want your divine masculine to change, is things that will probably help them fit in some way, right? Are you guys mad at yourselves, hating yourselves for not fitting in? Yes. So instead of, you know, spear chucking each other, don't you think that we need to comfort each other? hmm A lot of our insecurities and wounds come from abandonment issues. Um, wow, this rain is gorgeous. Rejection, just lack of togetherness with an interaction with others, lack of relationship, like we were saying, lack of respect in society. And your divine masculine is looking to you to help him have that respect. He's looking for that respect from you. And I'm going to be honest, we don't respect them. We don't respect them because they don't give us this. And the same goes for the divine masculine with the divine feminine. You guys don't respect the divine feminine because most likely your woman doesn't give you this feeling. Like you're like, well, in society doesn't look at her like this. So we're treating each other basically how we've always been treated. Mm. Mm. When I tell you, when I do tarot readings, are just as healing for me as they are for the people I give readings to. That did something for me. Like I can marinate on, I can like go off and marinate on that and just sit with that because that's real. You know, it's like, and you know that's the reason why he's back too, because you love him and you showed him respect in a way that nobody else ever has. Like you actually saw him for him, and that's what this makes the art that is what has made our heartbreak so bad. We were in such a sacred space in the past with our divine masculine, and they like betrayed our trust a lot when it comes to this because of this. Like, you know, my divine masculine always tells me that it's easier for women to be themselves. It's easy for me to do. It's easier for me than him to do the things that um, I do. And you know what? I don't know if that's true or not. It seems to be true, you know, but with our support, they can do it. And with their support, we can learn how to forgive and love unconditionally because we're going to have all these little babies coming to us, you know, and we're responsible for holding a space. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect because life isn't about perfectionism. Life is about experience and wholeness and bonding, intimacy with life, with your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your freaking pinky nail. You know, life is about connection, and in order to have connection, you have to know something within yourself and listen to what other beings are communicating to you. Your antennas have to be open. Your chakras need to be aligned so that you can receive information all the way around. You know, um, I can pull a clarifier for this. And the question I asked was, what is causing us to fight? Let's pull a clarifier. And resistance. This one. Okay. I don't think I need one. Alright. So we want to fit in and we want to look good and we want to be comfortable and we want to be wealthy. And there's nothing wrong with those things, but it can't come at the expense of your intimacy. Like you have to be able to put what's first, and that's you and him, your being. Your self-acceptance is what's most important. So maybe instead of fighting with each other, fighting, I had a list for a second. Um, you can focus on that because that's a lot to deal with within yourself, and then you can come together and have some discussions. Let me pull some romance angel oracle cards. It's like, mommy and daddy, stop fighting. You guys are the mothers and fathers of our society, the high priest and the high priestess, the medicine men and the medicine women, the gateways into different dimensions and all types of stuff. You guys are cool as shit to me. I'm not seeing a clear picture because I probably wasn't focused. I'm gonna reshuffle. Alright, I was talking in my mouth. What can help the divine masculine and feminine at this time as we heal our wounds of not fitting in society and like taking it out on each other? Whew, that's deep. Okay, so it says to free yourself, take back control of your life. Just like I was saying, women, stand in your pussy, which also means stand in your fears, because what you fear the most is your creative power and how it affects everyone. We have been, it is in our mind that we shouldn't make a move unless other people are okay with it, or we shouldn't wield our power, our pussy power. And when I say pussy power, as I say it, I can feel it. If you sense your pussy right now, it's like it's always vibrating at a pleasurable rate. It vibrates at the frequency of pleasure. It's always purring, you know, and it knows what it wants. It knows how to get it, and if you're in your power, your environment will bend to your will because that is the power of the pussy. And so we don't have to allow our divine masculine to come back in our life and wreck shop on us mentally again. You have to stand up in your pussy. First, stand up in your fear. Stand up in your fear. Like, get in touch with your fear. Don't shy away from your fear and become a wilted flower, but stand up in your fear, because within your fear is your empowerment. If you can face your fear, stand up in it within your body, then you'll be able to be like, no, or yes, or just hone that energy inside. For me personally, um, my divine masculine can take on the King of Swords reverse. He can be controlling, you know, and he can want me to suffer because he's suffering, you know, or he can um, project his flaws onto me and try to tell me what to do according to what he's able to do and what he's not able to do. And because I let this person back in my life, which is why I be wanting to cut him off, I am like affected. You know, my peace is important to me. So lately, I got this message this morning to stand up in my pussy. No, my life is going to be, I'm going to change the world according to my love, not according to my, I'm not going to be domineering. I'm grown. I'm grown. I am grown. I'm a work in progress. And don't worry, he tells me if I'm being domineering, and that's okay. I need to know. You know, if I'm being like a princess and wanting everything to go my way, that's not right. But it is okay for the divine feminine to create a love environment that allows yourself to express. Because when you express, everything around you is expressive. And you'll have like bunnies hopping around and you'll be Snow White and you'll just be like into your, the world needs you to be you. So don't let your divine masculine come in and tell you who you are and what you need to do, because sometimes they can get jealous of our natural sense of entitlement to be ourselves because of this, you know. And the reason why they are where they're at is because we are becoming more of ourselves. This is the classroom. And so after it says free yourself, Free yourself of these wounds. Okay? Things are, you want things to be comfortable, and it's uncomfortable right now. And that's why you're fighting as well. And it also says, this is strange. Can you guys, I hope you guys can hear me. Alright, make the effort. Keep putting effort into this. Mostly, put the effort into standing in your power without the domineering selfishness. And express your love. Don't stop expressing your love. That's part of being in a relationship. You know, having his ups and downs. Maybe I should unblock him. That's how I feel. Yes, maybe. I just told him to give me 7 days. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you need to take a break, it's okay. All right, let's look at the cards for people who are split up now because of the arguments. What should you do? It's not wanting to shuffle. I wonder why. I'm supposed to know that. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles reversed, which is, to me, is saying, um, you might be asking for too much. Maybe your partner can't be everything you want them to be. So it's okay for you to rest. Because it's exhausting to fight about, you know, who gives what to who. Who, like, playing the blame game is tiring. Alright, so it's saying take some time out. Take some time out for yourself and rest, because things are so overwhelming that you're on the verge of wanting to quit. And it's because there's a change that's about to happen in your relationship, a chaotic, chaotic, I don't know the word. A event that's going to be chaotic, that's going to, like, just shake the table, and what's going to come out of that is a leader, a mentor. Either someone is going to come in and mentor you, or you're going to be this. I would like to know how long this is going to last, this process. Let's just see. All right. So we got swords for days, wands for weeks, pentacles for years, and cups for months. Swords. I know it'll probably be different for everybody, but I'm just psychically nosy like that. Interesting. I'm gonna do it in like a group of threes. Those are both 12. For some people, this process is gonna take a year, like 12 months, 11 months. For some people, this process is going to take 5 days to 10 weeks. My divine feminine and I are stubborn. We're probably in the year. All right. And so for some people, it's going to be 8 days to a year. That's 10 months, 9 months, 8 months. Maybe, maybe not. You know, time, like energy changes all the time. So this is A of the Dawn. Thank you so much for watching my channel. That was real deep. I'm about to go lay down now. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.